Hello, welcome to Collect Me Must. I'm Chris, and I'm here solo, and I'm going to be doing a review of the Friday the 13th Part 2 NECA Ultimate Jason Voorhees. As you can see, this figure comes with a lot of stuff, so let's jump into it. Let's show off the packaging first. Of course, it comes in one of these Ultimate boxes. It's got this really interesting artwork that I personally don't ever remember from the poster or the VHS art or anything. Very, very interesting. I'm not actually really sure where that comes from. I just remember this silhouette with the axe. I don't remember this image inside here. It says the body count continues, Friday the 13th Part 2. Oops, Jason fell over. He has trouble standing, but we'll get to that anyways. There's the inside. There's a picture of the figure and the fire. And on the back, it has a very generic read-up. I don't know if this was the actual synopsis for the movie, but it says, Mrs. Voorhees is dead, and Camp Crystal Lake is shut down, but a camp next to the infamous place is stalked by an unknown assailant. There he is with the mask off, over here with a knife. Got another picture here, and then down here you got a picture of his mom's head and the little thing he made. Down here you've got the usual, if it'll focus, names of all the team and all that stuff. The side you got him breaking through the window, Friday the 13th Part 2. That's really about it. I love these boxes though. Let's see, what do we want to get? Let's check out the fireplace first. This is really cool. Well, the fire, it's not a fireplace. It comes in two pieces. This, which looks really cool. And then you have this piece that you put on it. First, I couldn't figure out how it went on, but that's how it goes on. It looks really good. These actually feel really good in texture, like you're almost touching a rock. Really nice. You got the sticks and you got the fire. I like this a lot. When I do get my hands on the accessory set, this'll go great with that. But I would like to see more things like this released with not only Jason's but other things. I love environmental type things like this. Next, let's check out this pitchfork that is comically tiny. Here's Jason, and here's his little tiny pitchfork. Very brittle plastic. This could snap like so easily. I can't even explain how brittle this is. I mean, you can see it, but it's very brittle. Same with this. This is a spear he comes with. Brittle. I mean, I could just snap this in two right now. No pressure at all. Then we've got axe. This is not brittle. Even these ends are not too bad. So this is a pickaxe. I like this. You got some blood here. A little bit of blood there. This will probably, I don't know, this will probably be what I display him with. Then you got this weird machete that's got a curve in it. I don't remember the machete in the film having that, but I could be wrong. And then you got some blood here. Now what's funny is you see him on the cover here, and he's got this regular axe. It does not come with a regular axe. And then you have this kitchen knife, which I can almost guarantee you this will be the same kitchen knife that Michael Myers comes with, and I believe this is the same one that Chucky came with as well. A really nice detailing here on the handle, and then here on the blade. It's like two different colors, if you can see that, but they didn't put any blood on it. But you have his mother's head, which we did get with the NES Jason, although it is a slightly different version of this. This one's cooler because it's actually got like the ends coming out and stuff. Now, they did release way back in the day a diorama set that came with Jason, Pamela Voorhees, the thing that he had his mom's head and stuff on, and I would love to see them re-release that because I was never able to get my hands on it, and that would be really cool to display with everything else. I mean, can you imagine if they made Jason's cabin or his shack he lived in? It would be expensive, but it would be amazing. Of course, then you have the unmasked head, which is basically the same one as the Part 2 retro cloth. But I don't have that figure anymore, but I don't believe the paint job on this one is quite as good as that one. Mine actually has some flaws and stuff in it, But the thing is he was so mangled and messed up looking that it doesn't really matter. But it is a very good head sculpt. And then, of course, we have the figure itself. Now, this figure, for me, has some problems standing. When I first opened it, I could not get this knee joint at all to move, and it still doesn't want to. It does more of a swivel than it does a back and forth. Also, this foot here is like slightly in, and I'm having trouble with it wanting to. I don't know if you can see how that knee is, but it's like they took like maybe a previous mold and then used a newer mold or something, and this don't want to bend hardly. There it goes. It's so tight, and he was having trouble standing. Let's see. He might be better now. You might have to fool with yours when you get it. Now, like I said, they did previously release a Jason. I think, I don't 100% know, but I think they reused the torso from that Jason. I think they reused this upper arm at least. Maybe this, and then just put in the elbow joints because the other one didn't have that. But I could be wrong. I don't believe they reused the head sculpt, though. He looks really good. Of course, this is Sackhead Jason from Part 2, which I find to be personally more menacing than Hockey Mask Jason. I love Hockey Mask Jason. Don't get me wrong, I prefer Hockey Mask Jason. But there's something about it, I just find it more menacing, the way he's just looking out the one eye, and I don't know, it's just something about it. That movie, to me, is more realistic that could happen that way, because he's basically portrayed as a guy who just lives in the woods and kills people. And of course, this is the way he looks in this film is just so messed up. Basically, he's a mongoloid. But yeah, he's got some blood here on his hand, which I like. Let's go over the articulation real quick. His head is, if it's on a ball joint, it doesn't really do a lot. You can kind of go left and right, but it's very tight. You can't move it up and down at all. Arm goes up, goes out, bend at the elbow, swivel, and a pivot at the wrist. He doesn't have an ab crunch of any kind. That's what makes me think that this was reused. Although it has a bit of a swivel. This is a separate piece, and this is a rubbery plastic. His legs will bend about that far, which is not that great. They go back about that far. They go forward about that far. The knees are really weird. I don't get the knees. I don't understand them. And then the foot sort of moves. It moves this way more, but like pivoting it doesn't. And then, yeah, oh, got some black on mine right there, if you can see it. The articulation is not that great, I'll be honest with you, compared to some other NECA figures. It's kind of eh. But what do we want to do next? Let's do a head swap. Oh, came off pretty easy. Oh, his neck looks long. I don't much care for that, I have to say. I believe this is on all the way. Yeah. Eee. Yeah, I don't like the way his neck looks. His neck looks really long. I wouldn't display him with this head anyways, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, let's try out some various weapons in his hands. Of course, he only comes with these hands. So let's see. Let's go with pickaxe. Works in that hand. Oh, look what that did when I put that in his hand. The paint rubbed off. Now, that doesn't really bother me personally, because it sort of just does look worn away. But yeah, the paint wore off when I put that in his hand. It will not go in this hand. Let's see about the machete. His fingers are like a rubbery sort of deal. You have to kind of pry them. Ooh, the machete's backwards. The machete will go there. I don't like the look of this machete. Not that if it's like that in the film, it's not that they did anything wrong. I think the spear goes in this hand, yeah. I would never display him with the spear. I'm pretty sure he used it in the film. I'd have to go back and watch it. But the spear for me is more, I think it's part 6 more, even though it's not really a spear. Then you have this, which once again is backwards. Fits in his hand good. When I think of Jason, I don't really think of that. Ooh, yeah, look in here. Paint is literally coming off his hand from on the inside from putting weapons in. Ooh. And then you have this terrible, terrible, terrible tiny pitchfork. Look at that. Wouldn't even go in his hand right. And if you think of him carrying a pitchfork, you'd think, you know, oh, let's do something like that. But it's so little. It's comical. It's so little. Yeah, I don't like the pitchfork. Oh, his hand came off. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that or not. But his paint is wearing off from putting the weapons in his hand. I'm going to do this. This is how he will be displayed. Oop, there's a hair on there, sorry. Now, I would like to have him hold it in both hands and hold it up like this. But you can't really do that. So I'm basically probably just gonna have him hold it like at his side or maybe up. And then maybe do like a pose. Let's see what we can get. Maybe like something like that. Like he's getting ready to cut somebody or something with it. And then of course you could have the fire over here beside him. Now, as far as his mom's head goes, he can't really hold it. At least I don't think he sort of can hold his mom's head. I don't think it's really supposed to be that way so that you can. No, I'm not able to get it in there. I got it in there the first time. If you wiggle it enough, you probably could, but I'm probably just going to do like something like that and like stick it down here on the fire or something like that. Is probably what I'm going to do. But yeah, it's a cool figure. It does have some issues that have kind of been plaguing NECA for probably the last couple years. Brittle plastics on weapons, very stiff joints, paint wearing off. Sorry about that. I ran out of space, and this is a jump cut. But I want to end it by saying I do recommend this figure. People have found it at Target, so you can pick it up there. And that's basically going to do it. If I had to give this like a rating, I don't normally do like ratings and stuff, but it's a little bit disappointing, but I do recommend it because we're not going to get another part 2 Jason. This is really your only shot. So I would say probably around a 7, 7.5. And yeah, that's it. We will talk to you guys later. Bye.